For those of us who deal with spreadsheets quite a bit in our everyday lives, this tutorial is to help you learn how to set up pivot tables, a great way to organize and look through data. First thing that you'll want is data itself. We've got a pivot table, or a spreadsheet rather, here with over 400 lines of data. And what I'll want to do is I'll click on cell A1. If you select a certain range, then you're going to get a data table of that specific range. But we want the whole entire thing. So I'm going to go up to A1 and I'm going to click on Data, Pivot Table. There you go. You have a pivot table. But it has nothing in it. If you click away from the pivot table or around it, the sidebar goes away. If you click anywhere within that table rather, you see that you've got the sidebar here. And right now it's looking from form responses 1A1 through P409. So it's looking in this sheet through that range. For the rows, I'm going to add my site. So it's going to pull up all of our different instances where we work with teachers and locations. And right now I'm going to be showing totals. If I didn't want to do that, it would not show me the grand total of appointments that we had made in this case. Next up, I'm going to add the field for values, and we'll also select the site there, but nothing happened. So the reason that nothing happened there is because it's trying to add the total number of values that are in that cell. Well, that cell doesn't have values, it doesn't have numeric values, it has string values. So in this case, it would say Chafee. Well, Chafee's not a number. What I can do is I can change it from sum to count A. So now what it's doing is it's going through that column and counting all the number of times it sees Chafee versus Chafee adult versus colony, etc. So now I have a running total of how many times I have been to each of those sites, or my team and I have been to each of those sites. Down the bottom it says pivot table 18. I can just change this to sample data in pivot table. Okay. So I have that information there. If I wanted to get a little bit more information, I can go to add field and I can say subject. So now this subfilter that it's giving me is the number of times that I've met with the math teams. So we as a group have met with the math teams 6 times at Alta Loma through this time period. And if I minimize it, it shows less information. So the benefit here is, once I get it all cleaned up, there we go. So if I'm going to a site and I want to see how many times I've met with a specific group of people, I can see that we've met with 11 ELA teachers at Etiwanda. Just makes it easier for all that data to get put into one nice tight place.